Okay, the camera is really out of focus. Hello? No. Don't mess with me. Okay. Hello? Hello teacups and welcome to Vlogtober episode 4. I am here with my laptop because I am going to be reading the scary stories that you guys have sent in, and I have not read these yet. This will actually be the first time that I am reading them. I thought it'd be fun for you guys to see my genuine reactions to these stories. Also, a huge shout out to the Unsolicited Advice podcast. They are the ones who inspired me to do this video. So, okay, here we go. I am so nervous. Hello, Abigail. I've been a fan for a while. I found your channel a while back from one of your Universal Harry Potter videos. I am a very proud Slytherin, and I have to say that even though I don't know you personally, you are among the few Hufflepuffs I'd consider my favorites. Thank you. Anyway, I have a personal experience story that may fit your scary story vlog. Everything you are about to read is 100% true and something myself and 3 of my friends experienced together around this time many years ago. We were in our senior year of high school. This was October 2008. All my life, autumn and Halloween has been my favorite time of year. Urban legends and old folk tales were a major part of my upbringing, and ties to magic consumed me from an early age. Not far from where I grew up sat a small parking lot to a park known as Terra Vista. Atop a large hill this park sat, with a deep black lake and an old cemetery where it was said that the old canal workers and family of the area were buried long ago. The place was ripe with tales of ghosts and strange noises, looming fog, and a creature of shadow that watched from the trees. There came a day when myself and a close friend journeyed to the top of the hill to the waiting cemetery. This was daytime in late autumn. The air was crisp and the leaves shades of gold and red. We wandered through the old graveyard and spoke of the tales and of the place we roamed. On the edge of the graveyard sat another small hill. We decided to climb down to see what was beneath. As we stood in a small clearing, we looked up and both agreed that fog rolled in out of nowhere from below. The graveyard looked as if it was shrouded in fog, but as we returned to the top of the hill, the air was clear. No fog and no noise. As we walked out to the path back down to the parking lot, bushes and trees began to violently shake as if someone was inside of them, shaking them rapidly. So we left, with a feeling that we made it out just in time. About a week went by. My friend and I decided to recruit 2 more of our friends and journey back to Terra Vista, this time at dusk. We were all aware of the stories told of this place and the warnings not to go back after dark, but we didn't listen. As we arrived, the sun was already set, the last night of the day quickly vanishing beyond the horizon. As we began our climb up the winding path, that same feeling of dread and as if we had overstayed our welcome quickly returned, this time to all of us. One friend even suggested maybe we should just turn back now. I really don't have a good feeling about this, but we continued on. As we got closer to the top, the bushes began that same violent shaking, and the air seemed colder than the usual late October crisp. As we approached the old graveyard, we came to a decision. 2 of us would remain behind the path, 2 would enter the graveyard. I stayed behind on the path. The friend that stayed with me decided, let's stand face to face so we can watch each other's back. As we waited, the 2 others disappeared into darker beyond. To this day, I swear on my life that behind my friend waiting with me, the figures of children ran back and forth in the tall grass as I watched the shadows move. So did the grass they moved through, and to my horror, just before our other 2 friends came running back, the friend I waited with claimed with horror in his voice, "The black figure, it's behind you." As I turned to look, I saw my friends running toward us as they approached the friend I was here with before shouted, "We need to leave now." And as he said now, there was a loud, audible smack, and he was knocked to the ground, seemingly by thin air. He jumped up and without a word sprinted toward the path back down to the car. We all ran after him, none of us looking back. And as we ran back to the path, the trees and bushes all violently shaking and seemed as if they were closing in on us. We finally got to the path and continued running down. About halfway down, we stopped. The coast was clear, we thought, to catch our breath, and we all started walking the rest of the way. In the back of the group was one of my oldest friends, a friend I've known since 3rd grade. He kept looking back over his shoulder, and when he quietly said to me, "We are being followed." As we made it to the end of the path, and before we walked past the rope that blocked cars from going up the path, I decided to look back. And there it was, an outline of a black figure standing still in the middle of the path, as if it could go no further, but quietly and eerily followed us out regardless. The following week, still to this day, remains to be one of the worst weeks of my life, as if a looming presence latched onto us. My oldest friend I mentioned later told me that when he arrived home that night, his mom would not let him in the house as she sensed something on him, and through spiritual process, cleansed his energy before allowing him to enter. My other friend, who I originally went to Terra Vista with, proclaimed that we had been cursed. Our 4th friend, however, never spoke of the events that took place and ended up falling out of the group over time. To this day, I have never returned to Terra Vista, and anyone that asks me about it only gets told, "Don't go there." This is all a true story, every single word, a real experience from myself and 3 of my friends. I've talked with others about this place, others who have gone in the day and the night, and every single one of them has a similar story to share. It's even on a list of the most haunted places in the area and tells in detail of accounts and reports of a shadowy figure lurking in the trees and following people day and night. Nope. The next story is from a Gryffindor, and she says, "Hi Abigail, I am so excited to share this experience with you. I will try to phrase it so it's easier to read. It was a dark night, around 8:30 p.m. My mom and I went to my brother's camp to pick him up. While waiting, both of us took a stroll around the camp until we spotted a graveyard. The graveyard was huge, dead trees with no sign of movement. My heart pounded while I reached for my mom's hand, grasping it tighter. Darling, nothing is there. There is no need to be scared. I listened, still having that sense in me. As I turned away, I felt like someone was watching me and my mom. That's when I turned around to see a human-like figure standing in the right center of the graveyard. Trying not to scream and run for my life, I tugged at my mom's arm, making her look at the figure. What, you see something? I nodded, trembling. Darling, like I said, nothing there. Come, your brother is done, let's go. She pulled me away, my eyes locked on the figure. Then I blinked and it was gone. However, on the car ride home, I felt like someone was walking with us, outside the car, but I didn't turn to look, afraid I would die. Hope this makes it into the video. Love you, Abigail. Hi, Abigail. Here's my spooky story. So this happened about a year ago. My parents own a really old home in northern Pennsylvania, which had belonged to my great-grandparents. My 2 children and I had gone to visit them and were staying in the bedroom they have set up for us. I was downstairs and my daughter, age 4 at the time, came down and said, "Mom, who is that little girl that is in the closet?" Oh, no. I do believe that both animals and young children can see things. So I asked her what she was talking about. And she said, "There's a little girl in the closet in my bedroom. She won't talk to me, but she just looks at me." So I asked her what she looks like, and she said, "Well, she looks kind of like me, but she is a little like Sissy. Her sister would have been around age 3 at the time. Then she started asking, what's wrong with her? Is she hurt? Where are her parents? Can she come play at the playground with us? When I asked her what the girl's name was, she said it was Betty. Needless to say, going to sleep that night was difficult for me. Yeah. There have been other strange things to happen in the house, like different family members smelling my great-grandparents' pipe tobacco, as if he were smoking in the living room like he used to do. He passed away over 10 years ago. Or my dad feeling my great-grandma poke him in the middle of the night. Thanks for reading. I love your channel so much. Happy October. I think that house is haunted. Like, oh my goodness. That's a lot of different things to have happened in that house. I mean, someone saw something, someone smelled something, and someone felt something. So yeah, I feel like that house is definitely haunted. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee and then we're gonna read the final scary story. Okay. Hi Abigail. First of all, I love you and your channel. I've been subscribed for a few years now and I always look forward to your videos. You have inspired me to romanticize my life. Anyway, on to the story. So I work in the funeral industry as a help desk tech representative. My company's software services thousands of funeral homes, cremation, and cemetery locations across the US and Canada. So naturally, our daily inbound call volume is pretty high. We assist mostly funeral home employees, but about 30% of our calls are from family members of the deceased also needing help with their online memorials or placing orders for the memorial keepsake books, etc. So the other night, I had a dream where I was talking on the phone with someone named Myrtle. I don't know anyone named Myrtle and never have. Maybe Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter, but that's it. Anyway, so I was speaking with Myrtle, and it was an old-timey landline phone for some reason. Maybe that's irrelevant, but I don't recall our conversation other than she kept saying, "Remember me, remember my name." And the name just kept repeating in my head, Myrtle, Myrtle, Myrtle. And it's what woke me up that morning instead of my alarm. Myrtle, Myrtle, Myrtle. Over and over until I woke up. I thought, like, what? That was a weird dream, but okay, whatever. The camera is really out of focus. Hello? No. Okay, sorry for that. Anyway, that was a weird dream, but okay, whatever. I was groggy and had about 30 minutes until I needed to clock in for the day. I work from home. So I do the normal morning routine and I can't shake the name out of my mind. Kind of like when you have a song stuck in your head, but it's just a name repeating over and over. So I log on, answer some emails, then the phone rings. First call of the day about 9:15 a.m. I answer. It was a family member needing help with an online obituary. Lo and behold, the name of... No. Lo and behold, the name of the deceased person was Myrtle. It's not like it's that uncommon of a name, and maybe it was just a weird coincidence, but I can't help thinking maybe Myrtle was trying to reach out to let me know I was going to assist her family so that she could be properly remembered. Oh my gosh. Maybe she was telling me to take a special care of them on the phone while they were grieving. Maybe the little troubleshooting I could do would snowball into making that family less stressed and able to work on Myrtle's memorial with an eased mind. Who knows? I didn't feel anything malicious or negative, but it did give me goosebumps, and I thought it was pretty spooky nonetheless. Hope you have a very safe and happy Halloween season. Also sending prayers and good vibes for you and Harold on your journey to parenthood. Thank you. Oh my goodness, what a story to end this episode with. I have also had dreams where they ended up coming true, so I think that, I don't know, I really think maybe someone was reaching out. That's so crazy. That doesn't seem like a coincidence. Okay, well, that is it for today's vlog. I may do a part 2 of this for Halloween. So make sure to send in your stories to my email. My email is abigailscupoftea@gmail.com, and make sure to put spooky stories in the subject line. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay safe, stay spooky, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.